out in Tennessee. Oh, here's a picture of
It never stayed
and his helpers.
So we creep. It's all slowed it down. There used to be a guy. This used to be one of the two-man kind of crossing tower here, one of the last two in the country.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is just a restricting. It'll get a slow up. Anyway, they had a man crossing tower for this, and then when they interlocked it, they got rid of the man crossing tower, and now it's slower.
You mind passing me my phone?
Oh. With the plug?
No plugs. Plug it back in there.
Oh, you pass. Yeah, we do just get a restricting. It's horrible.
Next stop, Pembroke. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
So this used to be 30 mile an hour operation through this, and now it's just crawl.
It's already down. Why is because the new interlock?
Yeah, they just
Nice picture, I like.
They just whatchamacallit, slowed it down. I mean, because they got the cabs in here, and they just said, and they used to give you a cab speed going through, but they just like screw it. So it's 20 miles an hour both ways to this interlock. It used to be 30, and without cab enforcement, so the guy could just slow down or do whatever, clear the turnouts and go for it. But and with the crossing operator, he could do the gates. So now you got to creep, trigger the gates, wait for the gates, restrict the speed all the way through. It's just something that it's cheap. Listen, I'm not gonna SEPTA has no money, but it just shows their commitment to like not giving a crap.
Easiest and most cautious
Nothing.
method.
I mean, there's two things. People who complain about Metro North New Haven line don't realize my friend works for Metro North. Alex, Alex, right? He does planning, and he says like everything that's a problem with Connecticut is like Connecticut sets all parameters for operation and capitals for the New Haven line. They want it, they pay for it. If it's not there, you don't get it. So like people say, well, why is Metro North doing this, that, or anything else in this New Haven? It's all 100% state of Connecticut. If it's what they pay.
Pembroke. Watch your step when exiting.
You're in the New York
side.
sector. Yes. If there's a problem with your service, that's New York State.
Right.
But anything past there, people just say, well, why are they doing this? Why don't they do this?
Well, there's a problem with the line, and the trains take it down from Stamford Yard.
Yeah.
And that affects me.
It affects you, but I'm just saying, like, people say, why don't they do this upgrade? Why don't they do this upgrade? Why is the service like this? It's 100% contracted from the state of Connecticut.
I believe it.
So people who don't blame Metro North blame state of Connecticut for any problem, almost any problem you have on that part of the line. It's the only thing they don't do is track maintenance. Every other type of construction or maintenance is basically spelled out in a they have to go and do contract that out. So it's not a Metro North. It's very little on that part of the line is a Metro North decision. Yeah, it's gonna have a Dutch angle. The thing's a little cockeyed.
So it's still snowing. There's like 18 inches. The cars, one of the few ones in the parking lot, right? There's just like a big lump like this.
It's nice going out in the morning because there's no stops. The stops are faster.
I just put it in first gear. I just walked out.
Main junction here. Well, no. It's Eric Terminal. It's Eric. It's Eric Transportation Center.
Next stop, North Rails. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
Orthodox L, but at Eric Transportation Center, and now they've been. I think it's still Market Orthodox, but they keep using Eric Terminal more and more and more.
That was one of the best names in transport.
Market Orthodox. Yeah, I know.
snowplows are just going to stop. And we had to go.
You can pick it up, and it can apply to the Jewish and Christian. Yeah, so it's got both going on.
I went back to stop. So you know where the road goes up into that ramp, right up the ramp. I forget how I got back on the
This stop, North Rails. Watch the gap when exiting.
Then we realized that would be a place to park just for my car. So I just kept going slow.
Are we on cabs?
Stopped right in front of the house.
No, we're not. We're on a Cleveland.
Jumped down the spot. Because you couldn't get off the driveway. But it was so deep, there's no place to shut. I couldn't imagine that tree. Cars and vans and stuff.
North Wales was the one where they're having constant grade crossing problems. Before they put the high levels in, people would always be crossing right in front of the train there, and they'd have issues where you have one train stopped and people would cross and they get tagged with a train going the other way, or almost. There's major problems. There's one right up here. I mean, not that that's really one.
So they didn't put them in every seat?
No, not every seat. I told you that the New Haven line trains screwed me on that because I put my camera battery charge in there. I forgot. It's way down low. I was talking with Alex and I just forgot it. I put a Metro North thing is actually pretty good about Lost and Found, so I put a claim in and we'll see if I get it back. But I ordered a new one. What? It was like yesterday. I mean, it was Friday. So I'm I should have enough camera battery for this trip. I have one full one and one partial on my camera. And I got the GoPro. The GoPro takes pictures, but they're hard to
Next stop, Gwynedd Valley.
So like,
Should have had Alex see if that train was stopping. Should have seen it. Have Alex track that car number.
I waited for when we tried both trains that it could have been on when it came back. It wasn't on either of them when it came back. Because it was a Stanford local. What are you doing in New Rochelle? You moved?
Yeah, move from Riverdale.
You like it there? How is it?
Yeah, it's great.
751 way? What the fuck is that?
But
What's the one way off Peak Fair to New Rochelle? 750? What is up with that? That's like a $5 fare.
I got a monthly.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I forgot my ticket one day. First time in 2 years. I had to pay full fare plus that.
Fortunately, Alex got me he had a pass. And the first train is empty, and the woman was like, he would do, and he was like, yeah. The second time I had to use that. I only bought one ticket at a time, because I was smart about that. But it was still just, it's just 750. That's barely like any distance. Oh my god. It's not even out of New York.
It's the second stop out of the city.
Yeah, I just Metro's not even that bad. Like Metro, I can go to Aurora for $5 $5 and change. I think maybe it was seven all the way to Aurora. I'm like that's like one of the longer lines.
Thank you.
I just Wayne Junction.
Wayne Junction.
So I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, no,
Oh, sure thing.
This stop, Gwynedd Valley. Watch your step when exiting.
I need my camera. charm.
The lady whose daughter got married and went to the wedding.
Oh yeah.
What's your office now?
Oh, I work down in South Baltimore. Yeah.
I'm the one taking the picture.
I'm up in 95 in near Laurel.
You're only up this way on vacation.
Yeah, generally. I mean, for whatever else I'm doing up here. I mean, I'm still a Jersey resident just because I don't want to deal with Maryland stuff. But
Next stop, Headland.
Some places it's 6 or 6. Depending,
That's all.
hey, thanks for coming down. I always appreciate you and your family coming out with us.
Back when I was young, it was always the Silverliner Festival.
Oh, really?
Remember those?
Oh, I never got to go to them, but I think I remember them. Yeah.
My dad took me that every year. Then they stopped having them. So this is our yearly
Thanks.
visit time.
Hey, well, I'm glad I can help you out with that. It's
This stop,
good
Headland.
experience to like.
Watch
Yeah,
your
I'm not sure
step
what you
when
do, but I'm saying I
exiting.
always found it to be a good experience to just like in organizing stuff and trip plan. I mean, it's not hard, but it's one of those things. A lot of people aren't good at basic planning, or organization, or dealing with stuff. So. You know Kevin Painter? He's on Subchat.
Yeah.
It's KP, whatever.
Yeah.
He moved back to Reading just like a month ago.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But when he came down for our NRHS chapter, like the chapter really didn't do much, and he was always organizing all these events, going North Jersey, New York, all these stuff, and hopefully we're gonna, it's gonna be hopefully some people else can keep doing that.
I wish more people from New York would come down for it. I mean, I think back in the early 2000s, more people came down from New York. Now less people come down.
Well, not necessarily. Well, it depends.
There were big gangs that came down.
Oh yeah, we've had a little reduced amount. No, I don't know what it is this year. I mean, mainly Phil and Fred aren't here. I advertised. I mean, I could have tried to force this more on Subchat. I'm wondering if there's just maybe less, just due to the recession and stuff, that people just have less hours. I've noticed that a lot of people.
Next stop, Ampler. This is a wheelchair accessible
So it
station.
could just be economic conditions.
That's why I'm great.
Because I honestly can't do this on a weekend because SEPTA service is too bad.
I used to call in sick over here. This year I actually put in for vacation. Now I have employees below me. So I have responsibilities. So I got,
Who do you work with?
Langdon Engineering.
Okay.
Consulting engineering firm.
Okay. Oh, it's cool. See, that's because so I do government, and with lose or use or lose, and all this other stuff. It's easy for. I mean, we get paid less than necessarily would in private sector, but it's better work. It's really good work-life balance. And I have a friend who works for Northrop Grumman. It's the same thing. The military-industrial complex. They have like a 2-week plant shutdown. So they factor into your stuff. They're saying it's like we give you fewer personal days, but you get like these 2 weeks off as just out. It doesn't count for anything.
It's a good time.
Yeah. A lot of places, I mean, a lot of big industries and government will do that, but it's a lot of the newer stuff, service jobs.
You're in retail. You can't get time
Yeah,
off.
I know, especially this time of year, and so many people that, maybe were in school or whatever.
This stop,
Now they're so
Ampler.
underemployed, these
Watch the gap when exiting.
less nice
Colleges
jobs.
are off.
Yeah, if they're in college,
But
but
we haven't really tracked it in college.
I don't know. Do we have a lot of newer? I don't know about what the demographics on Subchat
There's still a
are.
lot of younger guys that are joining up. I think they're in college age, but they're still New York centric. They don't want
We have some, yeah. That's just for the New York City cruise. That year, 2006, we had a ton of people from New York City County.
There were 18 passengers on the 12.
Well, that one I missed. I missed that one.
Well, I'm not going. I'm not going to. We don't want to besmirch stuff, but so we went to the restaurant West Trent. That was the Weird West. So that one was easier because it was that Weird West. Well, a lot of people from New York, for various reasons, never eaten in a restaurant before. They don't even eat ticket. So we all, like the people, we all had to like chip in. Like the people, like, you know, like me and other folks had to like shell out a whole ton extra to cover all the work. That was a special one because it was a weird, like, you could meet the trip at Trenton. Another thing that I haven't done in a while is I did a really early morning. I caught what we call the Crusader. It was the express river line up to like Trenton, and then I met people there, and then we came back and then started the trip. It was fun to do express, but it was all dark and you can't really see anything. Next year we're definitely going to Elwyn because they're closing it down for a year on the bridge. There's a bridge closure, so it's going to be in Elwyn. Maybe I'll do Wilmington. No, we've done Wilmington enough before. That's interesting. They've shut down one of the transformers.
Next stop, Fort Washington. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
I'll have to see how far no Wilmington was. Maybe we'll do a fox chase and an Elwyn. Maybe we'll try to pair it with something. We haven't been to fox chase in ages on this trip, so we could do a fox chase and then back to Elwyn, or fox chase to MFL to like 69th Street, you know, to do something with that. I'll see how it works. But we have to go to Elwyn.
Elwyn is a little slow.
It's the last time we never gone to Elwyn on this trip because we always go for media. We do a media. We'll do 101 to train or.
I'm ready for some munchies.
Alright.
What do you got? Oh, yes.
So next year will be Elwyn. With stuff, maybe probably more trolley stuff. We haven't done the 15 in a while. Oh no, I'm holding off on the 15 until they restore it all the way. Once they restore the 15, we'll do a 15.
This stop, Fort Washington. Watch the gap when exiting.
What's up?
I heard you discussing trolley. You say you want to do around, like, you see what's from
I don't like
well, we'll do an Elwyn next year. I'm not sure. We'll probably do it. We'll pair it with a 101.
Yeah. Because I walked from Media to the 101. It's not that far.
What we'll probably do is we'll go out to Elwyn and come back to Media because there's not a huge layover, and then we'll go 101.
Yeah.
We've done that 101 to Media, but we've never gone to Elwyn. I'm probably gonna go to Fox Chase next year too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right. We've never gone to Thorndale on this. So, well, I gotta figure that out. That might be something I want
Want your sandwich? Is there apple sandwich?
Oh, man, I wish. Well, we're not taking the buses. I was going to say, take the.
We're taking a trackless trolley.
Yeah, we had too much trouble today.
Yeah.
But we can. If I was going to Thorndale, what I would do is I'd do Thorndale, then to Overbrook, 10, 15. Maybe we'll do that when we do the next 15.
Yeah.
That's gonna be difficult for lunch though, so we gotta figure that out one out.
I want to see if we can. We should go to Thorndale because there's a train that goes up to Thorndale and turns into 58 and back around to Indiana or something like that. Both Pennsylvanians will meet around Thorndale around the time most of the mail.
Well, if they're on time.
On time. Yeah.
Next stop, Orland.
So if we time this correctly, I'm able to do it.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah. I'll help with an itinerary next year.
I was really late this year on doing the itinerary. Like, I kind of knew what I wanted to do, but I was, here's the Trenton cutoff. I think, yeah.
About the ACM line.
Oh, AC line. Well, we've done that once at the end of the day, and we did that last year with the loop, with the liver line loop.
Oh, you went to Westlander?
To Pensacola. Yeah, we did that last year. To going all the way to AC that's a whole day. That kills the day.
Yeah. They had to go back.
That should be a summer trip.
What?
I wasn't sure you got that.
Yeah, Elwyn.
We told down to Elwyn.
Yeah. We always go to media. We've never been. I've never been to Elwyn. Never.
They're putting off that last stop. for a
No,
year.
they're cutting off everything past Swarthmore for a year. Yeah, there's a bridge between them that needs to be built. So everything past Swarthmore is going to get bustituted for a year.
This stop, Orland. Watch your step when exiting.
These trains are a huge boon to Belfield. I mean, now that we have this, I'm totally fine with more regional rail on the schedule.
Well, you don't always get them. There's still almost twice as many 4s as there are 5s.
The 4s will be around for a while.
That's the other reason those guys stay a bunch of detail, because we got 5.
Next stop, North Hills.
Yeah, that's good.
There's some people who say, oh, why don't we go to the center city? I'm like, well, you know, there's a downtown here with plenty of food, it's less crowded, less expensive, and better bathrooms. So that's why I scheduled that for Royals tenants that want to go to the center city. Yeah, I put a little bit of thought. You know, I put at least 15 minutes worth of thought into these things.
So how long do the Silverliner 4s will stay around? 10 years.
Well, I think the plan is like 2020, 2022. That's I mean, they're looking at 6s right now, but you can think of at least 5 more years.
This stop, North Hills.
Even if they put the
Watch your step when exiting.
So, when they put the contract out, look for like 5 years probably until they get all that contract. Because SEPTA loves having late, because every time, like their whole thing is, people like say like, why does SEPTA always go with this shady manufacturers that always deliver it late? Because they get money off of it.
Right.
Rotem got them late. It was a cheap. So Rotem wanted to break in. They got the Rotem cars. There were problems. It was delayed. And only did they save money on the initial thing because Rotem gave them a better deal. They also, Rotem is now having to rehab all the bomber sets for free. That's part of
compensation.
Yep, there's compensation. So the ALP-44 was compensation for the late, for like the signaling system on the MFL.
And Northtown cars, right?
Yeah,
Northtown
yeah.
cars were late. They got
Well, no, they had
something off of that.
They got 2 off stuff. They got a bunch of stuff for free. I think, was it the ALP-44 was a contract thing for. They got
the ALP-44 was for the Northtown.
One of them was the Northtown cars, and the other one they got was for the signaling system. I think no. They got the MFL signaling
Next
system
stop,
for free
Glenside.
from someone for one thing, and they got the ALP-44 from someone for something else. That's what it is. They didn't get something for the signaling system. Like they got that free. Oh no, I think the signaling system came because it came free with the new MFL cars. So that's how they got the MFL cars, and they got the new signaling system because like that was free because the cars were like. And then the ALP was for the Norristown cars.
So I got a couple of public crossings.
That's not it.
This stop, Glenside.
Got it.
Watch your step when exiting.
That thing's cool. It's the Point Diamond.
That's the
You got two of those at Shell.
That's the line to West Run.
No, that's the Warminster. We did Warminster since maybe in like 2012, maybe.
Yeah, I bet I'm there.
So I guess the last time I went to Wilmington, we could just do a Sharon Hill turn, and then we could just do a Sharon Hill, and then come up where you go to Wilmington, and then try to get to Elwyn. But I'm looking at Fox Chase because we've been there 8, so we probably go out to Fox Chase.
I don't recall about Fox Chase.
Yeah, we did one years ago. So we go Fox Chase, then we come back to do